Good morning, folks. Good morning. Hope you're all doing fine. I am just back from a 3-week holiday. Went to Taiwan. Absolutely beautiful trip. Nice country. Loads of stuff to do. And just 3 weeks, no trading, no charts, no nothing. Just completely disconnect. And it looked like that you guys had some fun without me because I left pretty much here around the bottom, and then we had this move up for Bitcoin. So I hope in one way or another you were able to profit from it. We are going to, of course, look at the charts again. From now on you will get a daily update from me. But first I want to examine our environment to see kind of where we are right now. Well, guess what? We're still in that almighty range that we started here from the beginning of March. So it's already quite a couple of months. And after creating this low, I have to be honest, I actually was hoping or expecting it would dip in here, but that didn't happen. Once price was here at the bottom, I went on holiday. I did not open a long there. I just didn't want to mention it while I was gone. Holiday is holiday, so there's always another trade. But actually this was a pretty nice move. I actually did not expect that we will bottom here. Like I said, I was really then expecting for this range right here, which was a little bit of a trading area or trading range, which you can see. So that has probably should have acted then as a support. Then we reclaimed again the value area low, which also over time shifted a little bit. First it was slightly lower, but now it shifted a little bit higher. That means that 70% of the trading volume is here. And if we spend a lot of time here, then you see that this area is getting bigger. So there is percentage-wise more trading volume in this entire range. And therefore you then eventually see a shift in the value area low, value area high, and the point of control. Well, the price action that we had so far, a little bit choppy. You had a very nice move up, barely in a retrace, reclaim of the point of control, loss, reclaim, and now again a loss. This is getting a little bit ugly. There are a few big things that we're looking at. So today we're doing a little bit of the macros, and then once we leave this range, we will look a little bit more into detail. Something that a lot of people are looking at right now is this kind of channel. For me, it's a little bit too big of a time frame to actively trade it, but hey, you could say that we are just within this green channel here. We have now 2 touch points at the bottom and multiple touch points at the top. Again, not really something that I'm actively trading. If I'm looking at the bigger time frames, then just for market Cipher B, no question about it, we are having bearish divergences on multiple time frames. Let me make this a little bit thicker. You can see here momentum waves are going lower, and the price is going higher, so you have an absolute confirmed bearish divergence. Also here on the 12-hour, money flow is still pretty okay, so I do expect that this might give us a bit of a move, but as long as that money flow is pretty good, then well, I think that we can go a little bit higher. Also here the VWAP is pointing to the top, so far doesn't look all too bad. Then we look at the 4-hour, money flow is bleeding out though. So if we get a little bit of a move where eventually price is coming a little bit lower, and also the momentum wave is coming a little bit lower, just to do something like this, so that we see in general, and this I'm really talking about in the next week or 2 weeks or something, and then eventually going up again, and then you see money flow doing something like this. This is something I've seen over and over again, so I absolutely would not be surprised. So bigger time frames could be a little bit bearish, and yeah, with bearish and also really mean and bigger time frames to play out the next week, 2 weeks, maybe even 2 weeks, all the way up into August. August itself usually pretty choppy. It's one of the worst months actually to trade. A lot of people are on holiday. The volume is pretty low, so anything can happen. So please be careful. Something else that I have noticed, and that except for the bear dips, is that we haven't really got a very good retrace. So if I'm looking from the top to the bottom, then you could say we're slowly just chugging higher, but actually you want to see a good retrace when price is really retesting some of these levels, and so far we haven't had it. I am not really a fan of the current price level, 66,000. It's nice. We're just trading underneath the point of control. Don't really have a good retracement yet, and also we have these lows. I did take a scalp yesterday, that was also in profit, so I haven't forgot how to trade. However, for now I am leaning still slightly more bearish for the next week or two, and like I said, this price level I'm just not a fan because we're just underneath the point of control. We do not really have a clear backtest yet to go short, so not being in a position, just being cash on the sidelines is also a trade. And if I see something very clear, maybe on a smaller time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, I might jump into the trade. But also for the trade that I took yesterday, I am sizing down and I'm watching my leverage. This is not the time to be a hero. We are also not really in the middle of the range, but kind of. We have approximately a bit more than 10%, 11% above us, and we have approximately 15% underneath us. If I would be here in the chart and I would have seen something, I would say this is screaming buy because you want to long from the bottom and short from the top, but we also have not taken out these tops right here. And if we are going lower, then I would also be careful with the short because you can just easily get a squeeze to the upside to take out these tops, this liquidity before we go lower. So I'm really careful. The 2 or 3 major trades that I will be looking to take is a short if we take out the all-time high. So that would look something like this, and then just take profit along the way. That could be trade number 1. Maybe this naked weekly point of control, still have it in charts already, very old. It comes from the first week of June. That could be a short or a long if you get something like a back test of the value area. A back test here of the very area low, or maybe into the golden pocket, something like this. But this is also still pretty far away. We're talking about at least 5-6%, and this is almost 10%. So yeah, anything can happen. These are for now the biggest areas, the biggest trades. Tomorrow I will zoom in more, so for now I would just say let's play it out and let's just wait, sit on your hands. Also today we have FOMC. Most likely there will be no rate cut nor a rate hike, so they're probably going to leave everything the same. I will be very surprised if we do see a change, but we also have a lot of earnings. So for now I'm just going to let it play out. We have liquidity on both sides. Let's just see the market hands, and then I'm going to get into a trade. I will try to update you on Twitter, and if I get into a very local scalp or trade, I will also try to update you there. But for now I just want to see first, are we going to break higher to take liquidity there, or are we going to see that bearish divergence here playing out and see a little bit of a retracement, and then we can look from longs. For example, again, from the very low, golden pocket 0.5, let's see how price reacts once we reach it. If price just dumps down, I'm not entering along. I will absolutely not preset anything. I want to see how it goes because we already had quite a move to the upside, but not a very clear higher low. That'll be it for today, for the first video here after my holiday. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. And of course, also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both of those links you'll find in the description. See you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.